We saw sticks, we saw kicks. Next on the mix is Hometown Heroes, also hosted by our founder, Chuck Johnson. Hometown Heroes is an authentic, in depth view into the stories behind the athletes, their families, and their communities. This featured series follows players back to their hometown, where they talk about how they got into games, sports, their original love for gaming, and the impact they continue to make back home. Here's Kenny Clark from Four Brothers to talk a bit about his hometown.
Talk to you about your hometown heroes. So, start us off. Tell us where you from, man.
I'm from San Bernardino, California. Grew up out there. Went to school out there for the most part, and then moved out of San Bernardino in the seventh to eighth grade. Moved right down the street to Rialto. Grew up out there. Went to school out there, high school out there, and then moved on to UCLA from there.
Okay. Describe the neighborhood you grew up in.
I was born on the west side of San Bernardino. Moved to the north side. Went to elementary and middle school out there. It was some rough neighborhoods out there. You know what I'm saying? It's rough all around in the empire, really. But it's one of the things where you gotta just fight through adversity, fight through our circumstances, and we gotta live with them and get through it.
In high school, for example, did you have any setbacks or struggles, as far as getting on the team, or did you come straight in, hitting?
In high school, my grades was terrible. I ain't even gonna lie. I had terrible grades, especially my freshman year, beginning of sophomore year. Bought out my freshman year on the freshman team, and then I got moved up to varsity. My grades were wavering. I always was able to play, but I was always one of them kids that had to, do the extra tutoring, or they had to stay on me about my grades. I was, a couple credits away from, not playing in the game or whatever that week. So I had to just, take that serious. And my sophomore year, I bought out, and the University of Washington at first came up to the school. They wanted to offer me, but I didn't have my grades right, and that's really what the main thing that got me to want to get on my grades is if I want to take football serious. I take football serious. I love football. This is what I do. So if I want to excel in football and do what I want to do in football, I got to get my grades right. And I took off with my grades from there.
Straight up. Gotta keep them grades good so you can stay on the field, man.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. So who were some of your biggest supporters, man, for sure, that you knew was gonna be in the stands when you was ball?
Man, definitely my mom, man. My mom, my coach, all my high school coaches, my little league coaches. My dad. My dad wasn't at my games. He's been in prison since I was 9 years old. But this is a guy that I always been, close with. I'm always talking to him on the phone. You know what I'm saying? I always, chop it up with him after the game. After every single one of my games, and he talks to me about it and all that kind of stuff. So definitely my mom and my dad was, my biggest role models, just based off of my dad, having to leave the house, leaving the house and going to jail, and watching my mom struggle to help her 4 kids and work hard. That gave me a lot of motivation. And then it's a different way I think of it. But my dad, he's a role model. He all throughout the circumstances that we were in, and all the stuff that we were going through, he still found a way to have a great relationship with his son, still being in prison and all that kind of stuff, and finding a way to being creative and all that kind of stuff, and still find a way to have a relationship with his son. So, those are definitely my 2 role models, and I appreciate them for it.
Who are the players that you looked up to while you was playing? Is there any particular players?
Growing up, I was a huge Ray Lewis fan. My dad, he remember watching the 2000 Super Bowl, growing up. And my dad was watching it. He was like, man, like this dude right here, you got to watch him. He a beast. You got to watch how he command the field, watch how he play the game. I played linebacker in Little League because of Ray Lewis. So he had a huge influence, on me. My dad always told me, to watch him and do what he do. And I was playing linebacker, at a young age until I got big enough to play, defensive line.
Now watch this. If you didn't play football, what would you have played?
I was a wrestler. I was a wrestler in high school. I wasn't tall enough to be like no basketball player, and I didn't have like the hips and all that kind of stuff to be dribbling the ball and all that. I was a wrestler. I started wrestling at my sophomore year of high school, and I lost bad, like bad. My first 2 matches, got my ass whooped really, and I was like, man, I gotta come back and see what these boys talking about, and I ended up being really good at it. And went to Masters, won CIF, played second in CIF, and I went to state 2 times.
Oh, okay. Yeah. To get serious.
Oh yeah, for sure.
What was the food spot that y'all would go to, maybe after the game? Is it a particularly hot spot over there that y'all go to?
Man, we was going to Carl's Jr. and Del Taco. It was right down the street. Those were the 2 spots we was going to. Carl's Jr. Like right after the game, you go to Del Taco, order, the 50 cent, 75 cent tacos that they had up there, and Carl's Jr. the little dollar burgers down the street.
What is basically some of your, I guess, biggest challenges that you had to deal with on this road to success?
Me being the oldest, I'm saying? I'm the oldest out of all the kids, and him leaving and when I was 9, definitely a lot was put on my shoulders to be a leader, in my family. I'm saying? I had to be the man of the house, but I also had to make sure I was doing the right stuff, while I was on the field and off the field, to show my little brothers and sisters, that you can always be positive, you can do whatever you want to do, in life, And, I think I handled that well, growing up, and I handled that adversity well. And my dad did a great job, like I said, keeping that relationship with me, and still teaching me how to become a man. And now I look at it, and my brothers, he in college, my sisters, they just finished college, they nurses and going to go be an officer and stuff like that. So definitely, that situation, my dad definitely put a lot on my shoulders, to help me mature faster and do what I had to do in order for, my brothers and sisters to be able to believe that they can do something too, What would you say is some of your most valuable lessons that you learned through your process, getting to become an actual pro athlete? Really just not taking nothing for granted, anything can happen. It's a long journey, And you gotta just keep going. The shirt you got on, the marathon, Nipsey, keep going and fight through adversity. Adversity situations gonna happen, regardless. Life ain't always fair. We all, given different lives, different circumstances. Everybody's life ain't the same. So we all different people, and you gotta just fight through it and understand that life ain't fair. You gotta deal with it and handle your business.
What got you to jump in with the Four Brothers Gaming?
Well, man, I've been playing games since I was a kid, man, and I just think this is just a great opportunity. You get a chance to chop it up with some other NFL guys, some guys that I got to know, over the last couple of months, and get a chance to play the game with them, and chill with them and hang out, and also get back and all that kind of stuff. So I'm all for that. And I've been doing this since I was a young boy. So playing the game, that's my thing. So
All right, that's what's up, man. That'll do it, man. KC about that life, man. Let's go.